This is my Garmin Zumo XT and I've used it for over 3 years. I've used it for off-roading in the desert, in Morocco, through Europe and off-road navigation. And that's where it's really good at. But it has some weak points. But I have it, I own it, so I didn't think about upgrading. Then Carpuride reached out to me and asked if I want to test their CarPlay system. And first I thought, what would I need a CarPlay system for on a motorbike? If I want to listen to music, I'm going to do it on the intercom and not on the sat-nav. But then I thought, maybe I can use it with other apps, like the really good off-road navigation apps. So I said, okay, what are the terms? And I said, okay, we're going to send you the system, but you need to make the video in 2 weeks. And I said, no. But I told them I want to test it properly. I want to see how rugged it is, how well constructed, how thought through, and especially how off-road capable it is. And after they saw that I really want to test it very deeply, they agreed. So here we are now. I'm going to test this system, how rugged it is, how off-road capable it is, how the durability and the functionality is, and everything I could think about. So let's look first what comes in the package. So it's styrofoam, the device itself with a bolt mount and some cables. To be honest, I already unpacked it because I had a look at it. You have the USB cable, the RAM mount, the cable for the battery, which I'm quite sure won't shut off when the bike shuts off, some instructions and mounting stuff and the fuse, and that's it. And because I already have unpacked it, I tested how the battery life is. Not given. As soon as you pull the cable, no more power. So you will definitely have to rely on your motorcycle battery, which I don't really like. So I thought let's have a look at it anyway and give it a test. The material looks like sturdy plastic, what's okay I guess. It looks water sealed, what's also okay. And the touch function works. But something was missing because the only apps I could see are some messengers, music and Google Maps. But I don't want Google Maps, I want off-road capable maps. And here's where the big problem comes. You can only use some predefined apps. So I was wondering, what should I do with this thing? I can't use it for off-road riding. So what do you think? Should we put it on a bike and test it anyway? Of course. So let's have a look which bike we are going to attach this to. By the way, I nearly forgot, you're gonna have the chance to win this thing. I just haven't figured out how I want to do the giveaway yet. So we're gonna continue with the video, and until the end I will figure out how I want to do the giveaway. But until then, we're gonna put this on one of the bikes. Given the fact that they have very small wires on here, I would guess that they don't pull much current, but I'm gonna crimp some of those ring things on them to attach it directly to the battery for my testing purposes. But I think you can easily just spline it into your normal wiring harness, especially if you have some wire which is attached to the ignition so that it doesn't pull current all the time. So as you see, the mounting process is really easy and straightforward. It would be even easier if you just use the USB solution, but I like the hard wiring solution just a little bit more. As you already see, the device is turned on, even though the bike is not. That means that there is no software solution to turn on and shut off the device when it's like over 13 volts. Something I would like to see in the next generation maybe. On the other hand, you can hardwire it into the harness where you have some connection which is just attached to the ignition so that it only turns on when the bike is turned on as well. I saw that there's also a little on-off switch on the side, which we're going to test and see how much current it pulls while it's turned off. And for that we're going to use this little fuse here and see how high the voltage is while the device is turned off. And it looks good. So we know as long as the device is turned off, no current is flowing. And as soon as we turn it back on again, hello? Seems like we can't. Can't turn it back on again. Interesting. So it seems like you can turn it off with this little switch here, but you can't turn it on again, which is a little bit odd. So you should really use the hard wiring solution to wire it into the harness or use the USB solution. But as it's my testing, I'm just going to leave it like that and not count that. And just do it very annoying over this to start it every time by pulling this off and putting it back in to start it again. Seems like it's not working anymore. It's broken, it doesn't work anymore. What the hell? Okay, so I checked the voltage input of this thing, I checked the cable, the wiring, I checked the fuse, I checked the other cable to see if it was my fault, but it just doesn't want to turn on again. So I guess it might be just bad luck that this thing is defect, or a really bad quality control. I can imagine that nobody really wants to win this thing anymore, but if you do want to win this in a kind of giveaway, then just comment me down below what you would use it for, and I'm gonna announce in one of the coming up videos who's gonna win this thing. If you really want to win this thing, you're a daredevil, and I'm curious what you're gonna do with it. And as far as it concerns me, I'm definitely gonna stay with the sponsor of today's video, X-Element Motornet, a website-based online platform where you can find your new best riding buddy who can show you some nice trails without such kind of device. Or I'm gonna stay with my Garmin Zumo XT, which I have used for several years and which has never ever bailed out on me. But if you want to know more of one of those two solutions, just click onto this video. I'm gonna see you next time.